Hello everyone! It's Monday again and it's going to be a crunch kind of week. Last week I had to work at the cafe for the entire week, so I didn't get any work done, which really set my art market preparation back. I'm having another art market this Sunday and I wanted to have a lot more products for this one, but for the time being I'm really not much ahead than I was last time. I've ordered some stickers a couple of weeks ago and they still haven't arrived, and at this point I'm kind of worried already that they just got lost somewhere on the mail, and I'm not sure when I should contact the company about that. Then I have started on a bunch of originals that I wanted to paint and then make prints out of. I won't have time to both paint them and make prints out of them, but I can still offer them as originals. I had this idea of these postcards. My apartment has a bit of fruit fly infestation currently. So I've been having this idea to make postcards that are Copenhagen or Denmark related, since that's where I live. And I've been having ideas in that vein for a while because last time my parents were visiting and we were looking for souvenirs, everything I thought was pretty boring and generic. And I mean, there were kind of a couple of nice things, but in general, personally, I never shop for souvenirs because I don't like them. And yeah, especially the cards were just photos of touristy places, which is, I guess, very standard. I'm sure it's what most tourists want, which is why they look the way they look. But I personally think they're boring and lack personality and can be done a lot better, and I think I can do them a lot better. So I made some, but then I got very self-conscious about it and I started doubting myself, so I sort of left them. But the day before, I had this idea to post them in this Facebook group that is pretty large of foreigners living in Copenhagen. So I did, and they received a really, really warm welcome. I was very overwhelmed by positive reception. Like, I've never got so many comments and likes and things, like even on my birthday. It gave me a little bit of confidence that people actually like what I made, and a lot of people actually expressed a desire to buy them, which is why I decided to finish them and print them. I also wanted to be able to release my Etsy store the 1st of September, or like the 2nd because it's Monday, but that is not going to happen either because I don't have time to work on Etsy. But anyway, I'm really tight for time now. Let's get to our computers. Moment before I go printing is always so nerve-wracking for me. I get so anxious. I feel like everything is wrong and I shouldn't do this and nobody would like what I've done and everything is just bad. Okay, this is now just procrastination rumble. I really just need to go and do it because once it's done, it's just going to be done, so I will just not think about it. Going to be done, and then I can focus on finishing my originals for the market. Let's go print now. So after talking to the printer, I go to the Black Diamond by the water, have some ice cream, chill, think about stuff, think about my order, and then this happens. This, right there, is the moment when a terrible decision is made. But more on that later. And I'm back. I don't know why this is so hard every time. I didn't order the prints because they gave me something to think about and I thought about it and now I've made my decision. A really bad decision. So I'm going to send the files tonight, but they promised me it's going to be ready for Friday, so everything should be fine. Why freak out so much about these things when there's nothing to freak out about? Turns out, freaking out about making mistakes doesn't make you immune to making mistakes. Who knew? We've talked about prices and paper and touched some nice paper and covers and things. I've decided to go for some geekly, however you say that, you know, the art print, fancy quality, amazing covers, beautiful paper kind of stuff, which is more expensive, but in this case I decided that I prefer to print fewer copies in higher quality than get 100 copies from the cheaper ones that might end up just lying around. I feel like I have better chance to get rid of fewer copies, and if they're better quality I can of course charge more for them, and I really want to try this thing, so yeah. And in this case it's going to be actually cheaper than getting the more regular prints. Okay, let me clarify this. This is not how it works. You misread the chart. The price that you think you're going to pay for 30 copies is actually the price for one copy. So, yeah, you're really off by a long shot. But, yeah, go on. Keep your delusion for a while. Of course, I'm going to get fewer copies, but I'm fine with that. Afterwards, I decided to go to the art store with a mission because I have for a while now decided to get this drawing table thing. So while making these videos, I've noticed that my posture while I draw is terrible. Well, my posture is terrible in general, so I've been thinking about this table for a while and I finally got it. I got the small one because I don't have space for the big one anyway, and I think the small one is going to be perfect for me. So I'm dying to try that as well. But I'll probably have to wait until tomorrow because tonight I have to send that email, send the file so that they can get printing and I can get the prints Friday and hopefully everything will be great. Okay, bye. Happy Wednesday, folks. Today is going to be a really good day, I hope. But it should be because today all I need to do is sit down and have tea or coffee and just cover some sketches, draw and paint. It should be really nice and relaxing. Also, I can hear that there is a thunderstorm coming, which is great because I love these, and all of that is great for that cozy factor, but it's very bad for lighting. It's good to have that natural light, which right now I'm not going to be having. Maybe later today one can hope, but you know, one shouldn't put too much hopes in the Danish weather. So anyway, I'm going to set up my new little drawing table that I got yesterday. I'm super excited to try it. And we're going to have... Did you hear it? And we're going to have some nice drawing time.
Really well on this black paper. Page notebook, I wanted to right, so when you open them up, they come in these separate green and orange, yellow. The ink is actually
this is my progress. And now I'm going out because my arm is killing me, so I need a break. Hello everyone. I had a really stressful morning. Yesterday went really nice and happy and relaxing. I didn't get any confirmation from the printer, which made me a little bit nervous, but I thought that maybe everything is fine, so there's nothing to say, so I just ignored it. But today I got an email that they had problem with their email service, so that's why I didn't get anything. They got my email a bit later, which means that I might not get the prints Friday, which will be pretty bad. And the even more scary thing is that I completely miscalculated those art prints. I had a pricing list, but I totally misunderstood how it works, and I basically made it in my head work in my favor, so it seemed like not as expensive, which of course should have rang a bell that this is not realistic, but it didn't. So in reality, they cost way more than I thought they did. So I went totally into panic mode. I wasn't sure what to do at all. If I say just go back to printing them as ordinary prints, that wouldn't work as well because I don't have enough. They don't make less than 100 copies. It doesn't have to be the same design, but it has to be 100 copies in total from the same size, so A3 in this case, and I don't have enough time to make more designs ready to print right now, so I decided to drop that order altogether and get no A3s, and in a hurry I converted 3 of them into postcards as well, because the trouble is that you have to have at least 100 of the same size, so I already had 100 of the cards, so like I can make more cards, and that's not ideal. It's not what I wanted. Also, I ordered packaging for A3 and now I'm not going to have A3. Also, I don't even know if they haven't started already and I can't cancel the order. That's absolutely possible, in which case I will just have to pay the huge price and hope that I can make those money back, or I mean, it's not great. It's not great at all, but it's totally my fault. If I have to face the consequences, I guess I would, as unpleasant as that may be. Yeah, I really hope they haven't started on this. I hope they started with the postcards. Yeah, that's why I'm afraid of printing. Why is printing so expensive? In the meantime, I also got email that my packaging shipment has arrived. I wasn't sure if I would be home at the time it arrives, so I actually asked it to be delivered to this shopping area where I can just pick it up, and that's fine. I'll go there later in the afternoon. But I really hope I don't have to pay so much for all these art prints. It's not ideal. It's not the end of the world. I'll be fine, but I wish I wasn't so terribly wrong. Anyway, I hope that now I can calm down and continue working on my originals, and that's that.
There are so many other factors, and
Okay, it's a little bit later now and things are under control. By the time they saw my email, they've only printed a couple of copies from the expensive prints, which is okay. I reduced the price considerably, so I'm gonna get that, pay for that, and it's not too bad, but I should have known better. But now I do. And now I have to go and pick up my packaging order And hopefully after that do some more drawing, because there is a lot of that to be done. But now I'm gonna take a walk and pick up some packaging. What have I done? This thing is huge. And it's heavy. How the hell am I gonna carry this? Now that I have successfully dragged this thing with me, guess I should see what's inside. Look, it's a box full of boxes. And they got me some catalogs because, you know, I need to spend more money. Damn it. Alright. So, these are the A3 tubes. And I get a whole bunch of caps. Is this really secure? Yeah, I'll also have to find out if I can send these as regular letters or do they count as something more, which won't be fun. But yeah, looks pretty safe to me. And also I'm going to use them for A4s, I believe, because I don't want to order all the packaging in the world. Ooh. So neat. Oh, these are already a little bit bent. I'm not sure they'll really protect my prints all that well. I don't know, I expected it to be even more sturdy. I do hope they can do the job and safely deliver cool things to you. So yeah, I hope I don't get to keep these for very long. I hope that soon they will be with you with a bunch of goodies in them. This shop business, it's real now. It has to happen. All this stuff.
Lonely on the pedestal.
And I've printed more than a dozen. I got it. It's still not perfect. It doesn't.
Hey everyone, it's Monday again, and I had the market yesterday. It went pretty nice, way better than last time, I would say. And I even managed to make my money back for being at the market and a little bit on top, so that's great. I didn't film much in the last few days because it was a bit too busy. On Friday I went to get the prints and they looked great. I really love the postcards. They're my favorite part and I think I really like the format of postcards, so I'll probably make more of that in the future. You can see a little bit here. It's too light though. This is a little package of all my Copenhagen themed postcards or Denmark themed postcards. So there are 8 designs and I sell them separately and also all together in a package like that. And they're my favorite thing. And I think they were the customer's favorite thing because they were my best seller for the day. Which I get it. They're great. I love them. Yeah, I picked up the prints on Friday. Then we had a bit of a dinner with my boyfriend. Saturday, I spent the entire day preparing last things for the market, like sorting all the cards, figuring out packagings and things like that, figuring out prices. Ugh, that's the most difficult thing. I sat down with spreadsheets and whatnot and trying to figure out a way to make them both affordable and so that it makes sense for me production wise and so that I get to keep a little bit, hopefully. I stayed pretty late Saturday, doing all those things, figuring out how my setup will look like because I wasn't happy with how it was for the last market. I stayed maybe. I think the reason I stayed up until 2 in the morning was looking for these silly clips I have. Let me show you these ones because I wanted to make like a line, like drawing clothes line, and clip the postcards like this. I thought it's gonna be super cute and give a little more interest to the table. So I know I have these, I know how the bag looks like, I know where I keep it, and I went through all my things and I couldn't find it. And then I just made peace that that's not gonna happen. And then when I was at the market, I discovered those in my folder with some of my smaller prints because then I remember that on last market when I came up with that idea, I thought I might forget. So I put those things in my folder that I knew I'm going to take to the market to make sure that I have them with me, and then forgot that I did that. I spent so much time looking for them while they were with me the whole time. But yeah, I managed to do the setup how I wanted it to be, so that's great. On Sunday, the weather wasn't amazing, but luckily we were again under a roof. As I was arriving, it was starting to rain pretty heavy, but then it stopped, so it was fine. And I think I liked it a lot more this time. I liked how the tables were set up better. I also liked my table so much more. This time I had a lot more products and a lot more ideas how to display them. And I think like there was this one corner on one side that I really, really loved how it turned out. And I think people liked it as well because they stopped more and they bought more. I think I also had some realizations about my target group, so to say, and I think that my primary target group wasn't exactly present at the market, so I have to see where to find them. Unfortunately, as far as I know, and from what I've asked other people, there aren't that many of that sort of markets happening around here. It's just not a big thing. And particularly would be interested in one with younger people, more like my age, a little bit younger, a little bit older, because I think they would like my stuff better. I feel like the first set of prints I've made, the ones with the flowers, the A4s and A5s, they aren't just, I don't know, they are not, people don't seem to like them that much. So I ended up lowering the prices, hoping to get rid of some of it. And I did, but I still have some of them. I think for some reason, again, a lot of people get turned off of the whole digital work, which, you know, noted. I'm going to have more originals in the future and more prints made out of things that were created traditionally. I also was pretty self-conscious about some of the originals I made, so some of them which I think were actually my better ones, I ended up not displaying at all because I'm silly. I really wish there was another market soon again because I feel like I've leveled up so much since the last market, which was like 3 weeks ago, and I feel like I can level up so much more after this one. I feel like I learned so much observing people. And it's weird. It's not like I have realizations that are so groundbreaking, but the way you learn things when you observe how people interact with things, I don't know, it's really great experience. I really want to do it more often. I hope I get accepted to more art markets in the future because I've been trying to do that for at least a year now, and it's been the first time I was accepted for an art market, and I totally understand why I wasn't accepted before. I mean, I was totally unprepared. I didn't know, I mean, this time I was totally unprepared, so I think my chances are better in the future. Anyway, but this is so scattered and all over the place. I just love this feeling of rapidly learning new things so much, even though it costs you, but I'm not good at just learning things theoretically, just like reading a book. I do learn things that way, but it usually doesn't stick and it's slower. Like, I learn by doing things. And the problem with that is that I'm very often scared of doing things, but I really need to keep pushing myself to do them because that's what works for me. And also it's really fun on the way. Anyway, this video is probably insanely long. I hope I managed to slim it down in the editing process, but in case I didn't manage and it's really, really long and you're still watching it, thank you so much. I hope that you can take away something from it for yourself, that you can maybe get encouraged to do the things that you're scared of, or maybe you learn something of the process of art markets, even though I'm sure there are people that can teach you way more than I can, at least at this moment in time. My thoughts are a bit all over the place, so I really don't know what else to say, but I also would really love to say thank you to everyone who came at the market yesterday and bought things from me. I think it's very unlikely that any of them will see this video, but regardless, thank you so much. You're helping me and supporting me in doing the things that I really, really love and want to do. And it's just so nice that you exist. I think it's time to end this video. Thank you so much for watching, for buying from me, for encouraging me with nice comments. I've got so many, both on videos, on Instagram, on Facebook, in real life. It's overwhelming, and I'm really lucky to have people like that around. And I don't know, just I'm really happy. And thank you so much. And I hope to see you next time. And I hope that I'll be able to tell you that my Etsy is finally open in the next video. But for now, I think we need to really end this one. So I'll see you next time. And until then, have fun.